Hey Leo, thank you so much for joining me. It's your girl Cindy with Sin Makeup. Appreciate you guys stopping by. We're on to a new week. We're already in the third week of August. Holy cannoli. So it's going to be August 20th until the 26th for my Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Also my cross watchers, if you're dealing with a Leo, messing with a Leo, doing whatever with a Leo. Take what you want, leave what you don't, of course. Thank you to those who continue to support my channel, my new subscribers, my current subscribers. Thank you so much. If you're interested in getting a reading, personal reading for your energy, you can always email me. And my email is in the link or description box down below. So, just in case, those of you who leave me messages or comments, thank you. I will respond. It's not necessarily the same day, but I get to it eventually because of the fact that I do have a full-time job, and I do this because I'm able to do this. I'm super blessed that I'm able to do this for you guys. But don't think that I'm ignoring you or anything. Just, your girl's busy. So sorry. Alright, so let's get into it, shall we? We have the 8 of Earth, 10 of Earth, and 10 of Air. Looks like you're, there's an end to a difficult situation that pertains to your money matters. Or, you know, like your pentacles. All right, something that you have worked hard on, something that you are very passionate about, maybe something you went back to school for or thinking about going back to school for, something that's going to bring you financial security. You feel as though right now, or there is going to be a situation where it's going to come to an end. The difficult decisions that you had to make and so on and so forth. You're going to be embracing the changes and being the Leo that you are and doing what you do, you know. You're recovering from a setback. All right. Some of you might be recovering from an addiction that you had. All right. Almost feels like some of you went through a situation where you felt as though as you were an outsider in a situation. All right. Maybe at a loss or lack of resources of something. So you took the time to slow down, contemplate, do what you had to do, and you conditioned to the situations that are around you. Definitely strong energy of addiction because of the fact of 10 of Air and the devil is here. But I think you're in a position where now you're molding to the situations that are around you, and you're growing from this chaos and difficulties that you've been through. You have really good connections that are around you. Soulmate might be coming in. And also, you know, you're in a position where you're flowering and nurturing and actually making moves towards something very positive here, which is really good. You're taking this time to be playful and be in your own and take charge as a Leo after a little setback. All right, you're taking action. Some of you might be messing with an Aries or Sagittarius, or, you know, someone who is a Leo like yourself. There's also Cap here. And, of course, Taurus and Virgo. Shit, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. So, you know, the whole gang is here. You know, it doesn't really matter. I don't really dwell on, like, the signs and everything because of the fact that it could be anybody. This is a general reading, so it is what it is. But I think you guys went through a moment of that destruction or disruption, some type of disaster moment. Some of you had some thoughts of doing some bad things, and you know what? Those thoughts have no room. They have no room in your mental. So get out of that. The anxiety and distress, you have to let it go. You have to let it go, because the suicidal thoughts and so on and so forth are not working. And if you are thinking of something like that, then you need to get help ASAP. And that's for a small portion of you. But I think, Leos, you guys are so strong and so powerful that you can command anywhere that you go, and you handle things like a fucking boss. Let's see what the Spanish. Do de bastos. There's some ideas or plans and hopes in reference to some traveling that you want to do. Maybe some ideas in reference to a work conference, something that's going to set you apart from the bunch. See, good things. Once you start clearing your mind from this negative ass energy, you can start being playful with the idea of coming into something new. 11 of Oros. Somebody from afar, maybe traveling. This is you traveling, or someone from afar, someone who is very confident, a confident man. This can also represent the matter at hand. And the matter at hand, you're going to be very successful, or you're going to be receiving some communication in reference to these ideas and plans that that you have in mind, or are going to have in mind. You have the 9 of Cups. This is the wish card, you know, and this is the card that good things are going to happen, and they're going to go in your favor. I noticed the 2 9s that jump out at me. Which means the two 9s mean that there's going to be agreement that you're going to be settled with, and it's going to work in your favor. All right, the wish card for you to maybe there's something that surrounds your workplace, your religion, some type of packages, or you're trying to manifest something really good, because this is like your wish card, your magic card, and things like that. Like you're hoping and wishing for good things, and it's good to stay in that path, so that good things and positive changes can happen to you. There's definitely some stability here, which is really good. Stability within the home and the house. You're at a crossroads with quite possibly a friend, or at a crossroads that at a crossroads with with someone that might have been dependable and trustworthy at the time. I think you're viewing somebody in a different light. You're at a crossroads at how to build a lasting foundation in certain aspects. The gift of communication. Make sure you're communicating with those people that you need to rub shoulders with. All right, abundance is yours, but there's something that's blocking your abundance. It could be your scattered thoughts. It can also be an addiction that you have in reference to being, you know, drinking like a fish. So something to pay attention to. Seven of Wands. It's your action card. Aries, Leo, or Sag energy. It almost looks like you're in negotiation with something, and you're standing your ground in reference to something. All right, you're challenging, and you're in this position to challenge and compete with anyone that stands in your way, which is good, because you can put up a fight. You have to put up a fight in order to let go of these emotions that you feel as though are restricting you, and you feel as though there's lack of freedom in certain stance. At the end of the day, there is going to be a celebration with the Three of Cups here. All right. There's favorable circumstances that are playing in your part, even though things were in your way. But you have to let go of that addiction, the bondage, the something that's holding you back. So there's an addiction here, very strong, and I don't know. I don't want to keep putting that out there. But if you're dipping and dabbling in something that's going to drag you down, or someone around you, then you got to let go of that energy, because it's not good for you and it's going to drag you down at the end of the day. Maybe you feel as though as you're trapped because of this addiction or this bondage. All right, this desire to move forward so bad that it's holding you down. It doesn't necessarily have to be some type of substance abuse. It could just be an addiction to your thoughts. Some of you are going back to school or are in school studying a new trait. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. So going back to school or taking some type of courses that are going to help you out in reference to business matters. All right, you have a freedom to choose. You're free to do any and everything that you want. You're free to do what you choose, it says. Some of you are going into the justice system of some sort. Some of you want justice in a situation and want to be able to prove your point, and create fairness and protection. Provide that to others and yourself, however that may apply. Co-create. Co-create for me, co-create is like you have somebody that's willing to help you out, and you guys can partner up in creating something, to build something that is gonna bring you some type of content. All right, but I also see you molding into something that quite possibly you're not. So make sure you're looking at all facets and make sure this is the right path that you want to go on. Time to go. There's something that you need to leave, because there is an open path for you. There's an open path, and you're no longer restricted. No longer restricted or trapped within the confines of anything, because there's a lot of entrapment here. This mountain that's in your way needs to get the fuck out of there, and you know what? You can go through it, you can go under it, whatever, just get away from it. You have a decision here to make. Once again, you have some choices that are placed before you. There's a fork in the road, and the decision and choices that you have are they're eminent here, that there's something that you have to make a decision on. All right, something that's gonna make you come into your own and grow into the possibility of being able to play and do exactly what it is that you want to do, and create things that are going to make you happy. All right, there's always a choice no matter what. Let's see what the romance angels have to say to our lovely Leos. Children might be a factor. Some of you do want to have children, or children are involved. Someone might be acting like a child. There is a child in here. She also looks like she's pregnant, unless she just has the little tummies. Some of you need to find some type of spiritual or religious based system so that you stay positive in the times of desperation and need. Or religious factors might be a factor within your commitment, your relationship, and so on and so forth. I feel as though somebody might be codependent. Therefore, that could be the devil energy, that bondage, that wanting to be always up your fucking ass type of energy, because they're so fucking addicted to you, or you being that way. There's somebody here that, you know, definitely wants you for themselves and only for themselves. Step away from that. You're never trapped. You can fight against the energy if that's the way, you know, the devil is coming through. See what the butterfly oracles have to say. Leo, Sun, Moon, it could be gambling as well. It could be drinking. It could be drugs. It could be being codependent. It could be sexual energy that's really addictive. Someone just wants to get the rocks off. But you need to get some rest and take some time to think about certain things. Maybe you're overworking yourself to the point where you feel as though you have to do everything back to back. You know, maybe you need to get some rest because the kids are just too much and they can be a handful. All right. You need to take the next steps in reference to whatever the situation may be. Which choices are at hand, what's going to be in your best interest, and go from there, because you have the freedom to choose. Somebody needs to definitely chillax on the drinking. Saying the addictions are heavy here, buddy. Female, male, whatever the case may be. The fish energy, the sobriety, the throwing up the cups in the air. But if you are dealing with that, maybe you know, counseling will help out. But Leo, you are a strong person and you have the ability to detach yourself from something that's weighing you down. All right? You are the lion, for Pete's sake. Come on. You have this energy that, you know, everybody loves to be around you. You're the life of the party. You're a beautiful person inside and out. So take that energy, putting it into something productive and moving forward. Get out of your head about certain situations. You got this by far. Yeah, just be wise about the decisions that you make, because there are different avenues that you have, and there's a lot of opportunity here for growth and being just the greatest person that you can out here living your best life. With all my love, Leo, I'll see you guys next week.